Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Delta Green role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. The scenario is called Remote. It was written by Scott Butler, and it was created for the 2015 Shotgun Scenario Contest. It's part of the Fairfield Project, and you can find it on their website. Our game master is Alex Sun, and this is a one-shot. But before we begin, we have two new patrons. Jan Schlegel has pledged $3 a month, and Jeff Bridges has pledged $15 a month to our club. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much, Jan and Jeff. So without any further delay, let's begin our journey into the darkness. Alex?
Our story begins in the glitz and glamour of a casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. The setting is 2018. Agent Jet is on vacation with his wife. After exiting the poker table, a bald gentleman who's wearing a staff uniform taps him on the shoulder, hands you a sealed envelope. He also palms you an old cell phone underneath it in the same motion. "You're winning, sir. We will see you at the opera." And he quickly disperses into the crowd.
Okay, I want to get to a position where I'm out of vision of people. Actually, let me go to the bathroom. That's actually a really good one. I'll go to a stall so I can check out this information that I've just been handed.
All right, so you head into an empty stall and open the envelope.
Directive from A cell. You are to report to Creech Air Force Base immediately. The items within this envelope will grant you access. Ask for Captain Walton at the security gate. You are the sole agent for this opera. Time is of the essence. Mission instructions. Guide the VIP to extraction no matter the cost. Keep additional personnel from getting involved. When the first protocol is complete, assess witnesses and remove evidence. When the third protocol is complete, contact A cell. Friendly contacts: Captain Timothy Walton, commissioned officer. Greenbox locale, Greenbox 8121. And coordinates are the Desert National Wildlife Range.
All right, and you can also see that there is a PIN number written below it. In addition to the envelope, there is a military access ID with your usual cover, and that is for a Master Sergeant Martin Baker. Keys to a rental with the same information are also in the envelope.
Okay.
So my question to you is, how are you going to slip away? You're at this casino with your wife.
Yeah. Is she in the casino area where I am as well?
Yes. She was watching you play poker.
Okay. So I'm going to put the phone in my pocket and kind of put the other documents in my pocket as well. And I'm going to go buy her favorite drink, and going to go walk over to her wherever she is. Is she at one of the tables playing, or the slot machines or something?
She's at the roulette table, watching the ball spin round and round.
Okay. And I'll just go over and set the drink there, and she'll probably know something's up.
Yes,
and,
yes, she does.
And so, hey, Susan, how's it going? You winning anything here at the roulette table?
Oh, I'm on a hot streak. You're here to cheer me on?
I'd love to, but I hear some birds chirping my name in the sky, so I hate to leave you, but I gotta go.
Oh, really? You can give me a persuade.
see. Of course not. Because I am rolling my normal crap. No, I did not pass that.
All right. So she looks upset. Her face sinks down. Just go. You can take a D4 off your bond.
Okay. That's 1.
So you haven't pulled this stunt too often, too soon. And I'm assuming you hurry off to your rental vehicle that's waiting.
Yeah, I do.
All right. So Creech Air Force Base is about a 40-minute drive from Las Vegas. You drive across the desert, go through the usual means of getting into an Air Force base, and with your cover story and your ID, you are briskly ushered into a metal box with air conditioners on the side of it. In the room itself is a multitude of screens overlooking all sorts of different things. There's 2 men, uniformed in camouflage, currently sitting at the desk, fiddling with joysticks, buttons. There's also a uniformed officer. He's sweating bullets. He's pacing back and forth. And when you enter this building, he hurriedly gives you a headset and he says, you must be who they sent.
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. Well, we saw these things. Here, look on the screen, and you can see in the black and white screen, in IR vision, these 4 amorphous blobs churning and moving towards a group of men about half a mile away. You instantly recognize these things as something you've encountered before. The CO, Captain Walton, says, what do we do? Do you know what these things are? Our men, Alpha Team, they need to get to extraction safe. And it's 15 miles away, that boat.
Yeah, I have encountered these kinds of things before. So this group, they're on foot? Is that what they're on?
Yes, the group you are overlooking is a group of 4 soldiers on foot. They are heading eastbound. Gargoyle 1, can we get a better view for our guest here?
Sorry, I'm not authorized to speak. Yes, yes, sir. There's 4 of them right here.
All right.
I can zoom in a little bit.
All right, and you zoom in onto the undulating mass. Agent Jet, because you recognize what these are, why don't you make me a sanity roll?
Is it some sort of camouflage tent or something
Maybe,
draped over them?
maybe Miller.
These things that I'm looking at are detailed on my character sheet. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Walton continues. We've been calling them hotels for hostels. It doesn't help that our boys on the ground are being chased by enemy tangos. They're jeeps that usually drop off men.
Yeah, these things are particularly nasty, actually. So I don't really advise your men to engage directly with these creatures.
Now, we haven't told any of the men that these 4 hotels are stalking them. What do you recommend?
Well, yeah, the less they know, probably the better off they are. Actually, these drones here, if you did a strike on these blobs, are your men in the zone that they might get hurt?
No, the danger radius is about 40 meters. The payload of the Predator drone is 4 Hellfire missiles.
Yeah, I'm thinking it might be worth dropping one on these things, these hotels, and trying to get rid of them to save your men.
Should we let them know, the Alpha team?
Well, you haven't told them about anything so far.
The explosion surely going to raise some questions.
Yeah, it's certainly going to do that. That's for sure. We can. I think we can probably come up with an explanation for this, for this action. Don't tell them. Just go ahead and do the strike. Actually.
Okay. Gargoyle 1, why don't you go ahead and weapons free?
Well, there's 4 of them. Which one? All of them?
I'm going to leave that up to our consulting party.
How close? I mean, I have to ask the GM. How close are they together? And
they are spread out. They're 50 meters apart, and they're all moving at the same speed as Alpha Team as they're moving eastward.
All right. Well, I suppose I'm just supposed to obey. I don't ask questions, but how do you mean creatures? I thought these were camouflage tents or something that they were hiding under. I'm sorry, sir. I don't know your name. Do I shoot? I've got four payloads, Hellfire missiles. One of them won't take them all out. One of them will only take one of them out. So, you want me to fire all 4 of them?
Well, let me ask a question of Walton. Actually, how far is it from your team to where they need to go?
They're about 15 miles away from the boat, which they're extracting a very important person.
And are they about a half a mile ahead?
Yes, they're half a mile ahead.
Can you also determine how fast these hotels are moving? Are they keeping pace?
Yes, they're moving at exactly.
They're moving at the same exact rate as the soldiers on the ground.
Well, I'm starting to reconsider, actually. If they don't seem to have an aggressive posture at the moment, we can watch them and see if they approach the team in more of an attacking position, actually.
If they get too close, I will be endangering the team by firing on them.
Yeah.
Also,
I'm worried. Go ahead.
If I can ask, what did you mean creatures? Surely these things are like people under canvas. Like maybe I figure 5 or 6 people underneath each canvas. That's changing shape. It can't be a creature. It's not a buffalo or an elk. By the way, what country are we looking into?
That's classified information.
Well, I think I would probably know that.
You are somewhere in Afghanistan.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's not camels.
Yeah, I apologize, sir. I've had some pretty bad experiences out there, and specifically with some of the groups that run around in the desert, actually. So
well, I have no problem killing these people. You just gotta Give me a clear order and I'll do it.
Yeah. I'm thinking at the moment we'll just watch them and make sure what's going on. See if we can ascertain what these hotels' intention are.
All right, excellent. Why don't you make me an alertness roll, both Agent Jet and Gargoyle 1?
I got a 13.
All right, excellent.
I got 48 out of 80.
All right. Nothing escapes your eye. Ahead of Alpha Team is a Jeep that's moving down the road.
There's a Jeep moving down the road there.
The Jeep stops and drops 5 tangos who begin to sweep the area, heading westward towards the direction of the team on the ground. What would you like to do?
We've got more hostiles. These are definitely humans, not camels.
Not camels. Camels are dangerous. They spit. These tangos, do we have any idea about whose side they're on?
They're hostile. Our team recently extracted a VIP from an enemy compound. They're looking for him.
Got it.
Yep. They're armed with the standard assault rifles, AK-47s, RPKs, RPGs.
Sir, should we alert the men that they are hostiles on their left, right?
Ahead, yes. If
Yeah.
your team stops, those hotels are going to reach them, or stops for an extended period of time.
Yeah, we can certainly the dangers are starting to increase, and I think we're going to need to at least alert the team that they're being pursued. The tangos that have just arrived are probably at this moment the more dangerous. Well, I say dangerous, but probably the more relevant at the moment. So let's alert the team that they have some tangos that are coming in their direction.
All right. And I'm going to switch to the team on the ground. Halfway across the world, it is nighttime. You are in sparse woods, very rocky terrain. It's pitch black. You wouldn't be able to see anything if not for your night vision goggles. You're getting a message from your headset.
Go ahead. Yep. Take out.
I believe it's from Gargoyle 1.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know I would be contacting.
Yes, you're still there in the headset.
You have tangos to your I give the coordinates for where the tangos are, and they are moving in your direction. I look up at Agent Chat. Are we going to mention the ones behind them?
Not at the moment. Let's just advise them about the tangos that have arrived. Let's also advise them to keep moving and to try and avoid any confrontation.
Let's try to avoid any confrontation. And I give you an estimate of when you will encounter them based on their movements and yours.
5 minutes to intercept.
5 minutes to intercept.
Yep. And you understand that going around may cost more time.
Copy that, Gargoyle 1. That is going to delay our arrival time to extraction point. Can you relay that to the team waiting for us?
Yes, sir. So I do.
All right. Awesome. So your team on the ground consists of 4 Marine Raiders, yourselves included. They do have a VIP with them, someone that they rescued from a compound earlier. This man is disheveled. He has an overgrown beard in his dirty blonde hair. He is American, but he's been mute the entire time. Your leader, Bones, he says, well, you heard him. Let's go around. And you start to go around, seeing the flashlights up ahead, sweeping the area. Bones crouches down. Let's get low. Let's get quiet.
Okay.
Stealth rolls, please.
I also alert the pickup team that there may be hostiles right behind the pickup team.
Sounds good.
Well, I think the tree that I lean up against has some animal that I disturb.
Yeah, you might have
67 over
disturbed the
60.
animal. You hear birds. They scatter and disturb the foliage. The flashlights swing in your direction. You're seeing this all on the screen, Gargoyle 1, as well as Jet. They're moving towards your squad.
What
Sorry,
is
guys.
They've made you. You need to. I count how many?
You count 5 of them. They're
There's
all
5.
grouped up.
There's 5 of them. They're all grouped up.
Bones, advise. Are we fighting?
Well, we need some air support. Why don't you bring down a Hellfire? We request air support.
Roger, let me get authorization.
And you look towards your CEO, who looks towards Agent Jet.
And I give a nod and I say, let him have it.
All right. So I position so that I've got a good target, and they're not anywhere near our guys yet.
Yep.
And
They're outside of the radius. They're not
There goes-
danger close.
and I launch Hellfire 1.
All right. So you launch the missile and it fires from your drone. You're seeing in black and white the missile just shoot down at tremendous speed, a flume of white hot fire. It's white because it's IR, just shoots up, obliterating the 5 people. Why don't you roll for violence? Those on the ground shakes like heaven has opened up. Good splash. Agent Dad, you can roll for violence as well.
Okay.
Violence.
Sanity
What?
due to violence, sorry.
Oh, okay. So I'm just doing a sanity check. Is that what
I got a 19.
0.
Yeah, I got a 39.
And $1.
You got $5 from your
right.
buddy, Lieutenant Kowalski. He's like, good splash. And he hands you $1. $5. With that taken care of,
Air support. How did they get here? We're well away
truck.
from the base.
They were in a truck, a Jeep.
yeah,
Bones,
that
do we
Jeep
want to-
drove off.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it dropped them off.
What after when the Hellfire goes off, what reaction do the hotels, the bogies?
The hotels keep moving forward ceaselessly.
Has their pace changed any? Accelerated,
No.
decelerated? Okay. Okay.
How fast are they moving?
They are moving at the same speed that your squad was moving.
So about 4 miles an hour.
Yes.
Probably should just keep moving then, yeah. We're already delayed enough as it is.
Pat down the package, make sure our VIP is doing all right, and then
He's
Keep
disheveled. He lets out some groans and he collapses.
God damn it. This is why I never touch him. Last touch goes. All right. He's going to try and hoist him up and fireman carry him.
All right, so you're carrying him. You sling your weapon over your shoulder and just lift him up.
I'd suggest you pick up the pace a bit.
Why? Extraction was informed of our delay, right?
They were.
All right, well, let's go. Come on.
Yeah.
All right. And you continue eastward. As you're watching from your metal box in Nevada, you can see one of the hotels break off from the group and begins to rapidly accelerate.
Agent Chet, you see this?
Yes, I do, actually. I think it's time we now inform the group that some hostiles have moved into their area. We need to definitely encourage them not to engage with these hotels.
Alpha Team, we are tracking 4 other hostiles to the west of you, to the west of them. Yeah.
Yes, to the west.
We thought they were on foot. They weren't moving any faster than you are. One of them seems to have acquired some sort of vehicle that's moving rather quickly. We have been advised you not engage. If you can pick up the pace, we'll do what we can from here.
Alpha 1, copy. What kind of vehicle goes over rocky terrain and trees like nothing?
We're not sure. We don't quite understand what it is we're seeing.
Are you sure about that? I don't hear anything.
It's a half a mile back.
Are you going to give us some air support then if we're not supposed to engage these?
I'm waiting for authorization on that. We were hoping to find out if they were civilians, but we're tracking them. Just making you aware.
The CEO is pacing once again, sweating bullets back and forth in this drone hut.
Now, if the one that's moving faster starts to veer off and go towards them.
Yep. So it's heading double the speed that it was going originally.
Agent Chet, I'll remind you too that we've only got 3 more Hellfires.
Yeah, I'm concerned about the distance between these hotels, and it would be preferable if they would cluster up together, just like our previous tangos did. But unfortunately, these ones apparently are a little bit more tactical. So I don't want to waste all our Hellfire missiles because we can effectively take out 3, but that leaves 1. Because there was 4.
Yes, there was 4
yeah.
hotels. One of them split off to go double the speed directly towards your Alpha team.
Okay.
I do believe they've got some firepower themselves.
I'm hoping that they don't have to use it in this example. I'm hoping that we can continue to advise them. The terrain that is between the hotel that's moving quickly and them, does it appear to be rather difficult or anything in that nature? What's the terrain actually look like?
This is Gargoyle 2, zooming in for a better view. Looks like very rocky terrain, Agent Jet.
Rocky dry.
Yeah, and I imagine that the terrain that that Alpha Team is moving over is exactly the same, and it's yeah.
What kind of vehicle is this? Gargoyle 2 asks you, Jet.
I'm not sure. The picture, unfortunately, isn't all that good at this distance.
It doesn't seem to be deterred by debris. You see, that boulder just slipped right past it, right underneath it. If that was a Jeep, it couldn't possibly have just driven over that. The fuck is going on?
Meanwhile, the Seoul Hotel gets closer and closer, closing the distance.
What is the distance between this new hotel and
You estimate that it will intercept with Alpha in 5 minutes.
They're going to see it in a minute.
Can we hear anything?
Give me an alertness.
Yep.
66 over 50. I just hear the VIP in my ears.
66 over 50. That's actually wonderful because
Great.
you're not hearing any motors of any vehicles that are approaching your direction. You struggle to hear it. Do you hear it? Tekalili, tekalili.
Hey, quiet. I'm trying to
It's
listen.
just in the wind. It's tekalili over and over again.
Do you guys hear that?
Do I hear anything? I just had a regular success. Do I hear anything?
No.
What are you talking about?
There's a sounds like maybe it's just an insect. A tactical. Are they trying to say tactical?
Maybe.
Minotaur, take this guy. I need to hear better.
Yeah, well, you better give me half your pay. All right, take out.
Sure, you already owe me half yours, so I guess we'll call it even.
Well, next time you order Chinese.
Stop bitching. Let's just keep moving, all right? We've got to get to the point.
Yeah. Gargoyle One, alert them to that the hotel is about to intercept their area.
Alpha Team, the hotel will be intercepting you in about 3.5 minutes. You should have a visual on it within 30 seconds or so.
I thought we weren't supposed to engage and you were providing air support.
I have to go by what we've got a special agent here, Agent Jet, who's calling the shots.
Well, are we allowed to engage then if you're not allowed to support us?
Yes.
Well, we still need a visual. We don't know what it is yet.
You don't know what it is?
We don't know what it is.
Jesus.
It seems to have kind of my guess is that it's a bunch of people underneath the canvas that are moving in your direction.
The tangos were very weird at the point where we grabbed the VIP. It masks, hoods. It was strange. Weirdos. Let's keep going.
It's like a blob. At least that's the way that it looks on our scanner.
Bob, are you serious? Bones says on the headset. Are you serious?
Well, they're using some kind of tactical.
We have our asses out here on the line. You're joking around?
Sir, I don't joke. I'm just telling you what we're seeing.
Bones, should I set up a sniping position quickly?
Should we engage?
Gargoyle One.
Agent Jet.
Yeah, Gargoyle One, go ahead and eliminate that moving hotel.
All right. Watch yourself. I'm going to send in another Hellfire. So I zoom in. I get it on my track.
You line it up.
I fire. Yeah, I line it up.
All right.
And I fire.
And you fire. Once again, the missile propels straight into your target. A explosion rocks the ground and the nearby area. You brace yourselves, Alpha Team. The hotel has slowed down, but it's still moving.
What the fuck?
You know that nothing natural could survive a Hellfire missile strike. So you can roll me a sanity.
Well, that had to have taken it out.
Sir?
Let's get going.
Oh, I got a critical fail.
Oh, you got a critical fail.
Oh, no.
This unnerves you greatly. So would you like, you're going to take a D4 plus 5 maximum. The maximum of that is 5. So would you like to latch onto a bond?
Wait a second. What do you mean D4 plus 5?
Oh, sorry, D4 plus 1. So it's 5 total.
It's 5.
Yep.
Uh,
If you succeed, 1.
I'll probably start freaking out and take it out on my buddy right here next to me. He's one of my bonds.
All right. So Larry, he's looking in astonishment, and he's holding it together. He's panicking a little, and he says, all right, I'm gonna adjust the sensors and get a better look at this thing. And he switches on his screen to HD color with the fire illuminating the hotel, and he immediately starts screaming.
What the fuck?
And he takes his fist and just punches the screen, and he's starting to destroy the equipment. What's everyone doing?
I'm trying to stop him.
Yeah, I'm going to try to stop him as well.
What are you doing?
The eyes.
Did he break the screen, or
He cracked the screen.
can I switch over so that I can see what it was he was looking at?
Please don't do that.
Yeah, you
Actually,
can if Agent Jet doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I'm going to ask. Please don't change your monitor view. Actually, this is completely sufficient.
Agent
But
Jet,
if
what
you
the
want to
hell's going on?
stop your friend Larry from smashing all this drone equipment, you can give me an unarmed. And I have initiative order just because.
I got an 01, which isn't critical.
All right, you restrain him, and
Dude, calm down.
he's foaming from the mouth. He's
The hell? We need a medic. Get a medic in here to get him out.
Yep, Captain Walton. He looks towards you, Jet, and he says, "Should we bring a medic in?"
Oh yeah, we got to get this guy out of here.
Okay.
Chet, you sit here next to me.
Okay.
All right. So Walton will exit the drone hut with Larry to get him attention, and you take a seat where Larry was once sitting.
Did you ever
Okay.
play, flight simulator?
Yep.
All right.
So the hotel you did fire at, it's still moving, but this time it slinks back towards the main group.
Okay. And they're still the hotels are still maintaining a distance away from
Yes.
each other.
Yes.
Actually, okay.
Alpha team, pick up the pace, move faster. Something
Yes.
weird's going on.
Alpha team, the Hellfire missile, the second Hellfire missile struck the ground, and all you heard was pick up the pace.
Well, that's not very encouraging.
How many more groups are there?
Go ahead and
There
advise
are
them
3.
of the 4.
There are 3, but the one that we hit's not. It's still moving.
Are you serious?
Say again?
We must have misheard you. You just said the other one is still moving.
It's still moving.
Do we need to
I don't
make
know what they've
sanity
got.
rolls for that?
Yes.
You hit it, right?
D4 plus 1 on a failure, 1 on a success against the unnatural.
I got an 88.
But that's exactly what I got.
So what is it? I'm sorry. If you got a critical failure, it's
5.
5. It's just straight 5. Great.
Yep.
That's awesome. Not at the breaking point yet.
Nice. Did you use a bond?
Oh, you know what? I probably should. You know what? Takeout's my only bond, but I want to keep that strong. I'm just going to internalize it for now. Like, nope, we're just going to
Okay.
slot that away for later to think about.
Doesn't 5 trigger a fight or
5.
flight?
It does.
Okay. Well, we're already moving. I'm thinking flee is probably
Oh, you just book
most
it.
likely.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll take another alertness from the people in the drone hut.
Okay.
Casper, we're still trying to keep a low pro. Casper.
30 out of
I'm
80.
trying to.
A 30 out of 80. So with a 30 out of 80, you see another group of Jeeps. Two Jeeps. They drive up ahead and drop off 5 people each. So 10 people total. They are also patrolling.
Is there a way that we can avoid them, or
They've made a line from the north to the south, and they're spread out about, let's say, 10 meters apart and searching with their sweeping with their flashlights.
Does it look like the Alpha team is kind of moving in like this,
Yes.
like a T towards them? Okay.
And Casper is running.
all right, you're going to have to engage in a moment. You've got 2 Jeeps bringing in 10 people up ahead of you. They're spreading out and they've got flashlights.
God.
I can't, my missile would only hit a couple of them.
Do you want to use a missile,
No,
Mr. Jet?
No, not at this point. Actually, what I'm thinking about is seeing if Alpha Team can get through this line and the hotels will run into
those people.
the patrol. That's what I'm hoping. So if Gargoyle can relay that to the team.
Here, put this damn thing on your head.
I will do
Yeah,
that.
you put on the headset. You hear a new voice.
All right, Alpha Team, this is Agent Jet. You are moving towards a group of about 10 that are spread out. And we would advise that you attempt to sneak past this group with as minimal conflict as possible.
Sir, I do not think that is an option. One of our own is heading right towards them at full speed.
I suggest you just have them take them out. Take the ones out in front of them and cross the line.
Yeah, just engage with the ones in front of you. Take them out. Keep going. You don't need to eliminate all 10 targets.
Does my my drone only have the missiles? It doesn't have any other kind of weapon?
That's it. You've got 2 missiles left.
All right. Takeout is chasing after Casper and pulling out his silenced gun. And he would like to, as soon as he's within range, if he thinks he can catch up, try and take out the closest flashlight as quietly as possible.
So the flashlight or the person holding the flashlight?
Probably the person.
Okay. So Casper, you're running through the dark forest, the snapping of twigs underneath your feet. You snap back into it just as you see swinging flashlights sweeping about 10 feet apart each. They are 50 feet away. You don't think they've seen you yet, but we can roll a luck roll.
Sure. 29. Yeah, I guess we're good. Haven't seen
All right. Yeah. So they're still sweeping, but you press yourself up against the bark of a tree. They're right there.
Sergeant Owen, you are authorized to use lethal force. You've got a grenade launcher, don't you?
If you're authorizing lethal force and for them to engage, everyone in the control room can roll sanity against helplessness.
It's a group.
Yeah, in the control room.
I'm gonna use the grenade launcher.
I got an 04.
4.
I've done this before.
I got a 98.
98. You don't know if someone's going to die or not, Agent Jet, and that weighs on you quite heavily. You can roll a d4.
Okay. That is 2.
All right. So I have initiative right here. So Takeout actually gets to go first.
An Agent Jet, well, as long as you're sitting in that, for every person I kill, I get $5.
You do now.
Yeah, that's the deal.
That's the deal. All right. I understand. It's kind
So
of a
you're at
one-way
the
thing.
sensors looking through a cracked screen. It's been switched off of HD color and back to IR.
Did I have time to see Casper stop?
Yes. Yes, you
Okay.
did.
Then he will get down low and swap over to the to his sniper rifle and start lining up a shot at the closest person to them in the line.
Okay. So do you inform anyone you're taking the shot, or you're just going to start shooting?
I am doing the lining up shot.
All right. Minotaur, he lowers down the VIP. Bones, he kneels also with you, and he says, on you, take him out.
All right. Oh my goodness. Nope. Goes wide in the dark.
All right. So you fire a suppressed shot. They heard it. And the subsonic crack of your bullet, and it's a snap, alerts the tangos. And you are hiding behind a tree, Casper, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, sorry, Casper.
They are going to fire their assault rifles just crazy towards the sound. So the sound of Kalishnikovs unloading into the forest dominates your hearing. Okay. Why don't you roll luck, Casper?
Nope, that's a 76.
Okay. So you get hit by a bullet, but you are in cover, and you hear you feel a thud as a bullet goes through the tree and into your armor. You are okay. However, next to you, Takeout, Bones screams.
Shit.
Alpha 1, your squad leader. And he goes down. What would you like to do, Casper?
Yeah, I've got the grenade. The grenade
They're converging
launcher.
on your
Group of
location.
them. Yeah,
Yep.
there's a big old group of them. I'm going to take out the grenade launcher. That is an 88.
Again?
Okay. So the grenade launcher goes wide, hits a tree, and it lights it on fire, illuminating everyone.
That's got to scare them, though, so that they'll pull back.
Yeah, people go crazy running for cover. And now, Agent Jet, would you like to intervene or do anything, or are you going to keep watching through the screen?
I am not going to authorize any more strikes. I'm just going to continue to watch.
Can I give them tactical information so that I can tell them which way to go if there's a gap in the line now?
Definitely.
Head to 2 o'clock.
Yeah, you would be able to tell them that without any roll required. So I'll give them a +10 to their navigate.
All right.
Once they decide to skedaddle.
So I'm going to start navigating for them.
That's back to Takeout. The man beside you has fallen to the ground.
All right.
Screaming.
Yeah. I'm assuming we're kind of by a tree. He's gonna with the gunfire there, he's going to drag Bones behind a tree
Mhm.
To get him behind both of us behind cover.
He's coughing up blood. It
Jesus.
does not look good.
Bones, yeah.
He tries to speak to you. Blood just gurgles up. Give me a sanity roll.
Yeah, that checks out. I didn't like Bones that much, though. Apparently, success.
Yeah.
The adrenaline's hitting.
All right, so that's a D4. Oh, sorry. That's just a 1.
Oh, okay.
And he dies right in your arms.
Oh, geez. Shit.
Keep going.
Who's the backup? Yeah, who's the normal backup?
Well, that would be Alpha 2, which is Casper.
Me.
Casper, you're taking command.
Let's go. Let's get out of here.
And Agent Jet and Gargoyle 1, you have no idea what's going on down there. Someone's just taking command.
Because we can see where everybody is, though, right? We can tell.
Yeah, you can see that one signature is not moving at all.
All right, so I'm barking orders at them which direction to run so that they can make it through the gap and get back.
So they're going to run.
Forest.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So the grenade did scare some off, and you're just going to leave the body behind.
Leave the fucking body.
I'm grabbing the dog tags. Yeah, I'm grabbing the dog tags.
Are you going to take his
Minotaur? Grab the VIP. Yep.
Can't carry Sarge and defend ourselves at the same time.
Yeah. All right. Minotaur hoists the VIP over his shoulders. He starts to follow you. So why don't you give me a navigate with a plus 20?
The plus how much?
Plus 20 from
Thank you.
Gargoyle One's.
Yeah. Got it.
Would I be able to grab Bones's
so.
assault rifle on the way out and get suppressing cover? Yeah, okay. Perfect.
Yeah. You can give me a firearms roll at a minus 20 because you're firing behind you while running. And I'm going to say, Casper, you're leading the way with navigate. So
Yeah,
I got
yes, with that plus 20, it was a success.
All right. And you are able.
Take out every time you fire that gun, you're giving away your position again.
Yeah, and I'm not hitting anything, so okay.
Well, they can see the flash. You're moving into the dark again, and they won't be able to find you. They'll be behind you.
All right. So yes,
All right.
you flee into the cover of darkness. For a foreign language, people are shouting at each other. You have no idea what they're saying. And eventually the voices go away. They fade away in the distance. The hotels are still approaching.
Are the hotels approaching the tangos?
Yes.
All right. I want to see what happens.
Okay. So watching the hotels intercept the tangos that have been left behind, the tangos start to kneel and prostrate themselves at the hotel. And then the hotel just, you're seeing this in black and white. This larger white form moves over the smaller white forms, enveloping them, absorbing them.
What the fuck is going on here?
Sanity roll.
Do I do that too?
Yeah. Let me know when you've lost 2 or more sanity, Agent Jet.
Oh, I lost 2 in that last.
In one go. Yeah.
Yeah, I lost 2 in that
Okay.
last go. Actually, this time I actually passed the sand roll.
All right. So on a failure, it's a D6.
Oh,
And on a
3.
success, it's 1.
so I lost 3 more.
Okay.
I
And
hate
you're
my father.
seeing them just enveloping them. You've never seen anything like that. It's unfathomable. And you lost 2, Jet, or?
Well, in the last sand roll that I did, I lost 2, but here I did not lose. I just lost 1.
All right. So you are beginning to breathe pretty heavily. Your paranoia is kicking in. Can you trust the person sitting next to you? Can you trust the people on the ground?
Agent Jet, what the fuck is going on here? What are these things that we're shooting at?
Maybe they're all out to get you.
The important thing here is to focus on the mission, get that package delivered. Don't worry about what it is.
All right. Awesome. So on the ground, Minotaur has the VIP over his shoulder. He's heavy. And Casper's running fourth. Takeout's following a little bit behind. Make an alertness check. Just the people on the ground.
Success.
All right. On a success, you spy a sign posted on a tree. And it's written in another language, so you can't quite understand it, but you do see the picture. And it's of a skull and crossbones and a landmine.
Are you kidding me?
And it's pointing in the direction we need to go in.
Yeah.
Gargoyle one, how... I think we're into a minefield of some kind. Do you have an idea of if we can skirt this?
If I can find a way they can skirt it. Well, I can't actually see it.
You can't.
It's just black. You're going to have to. Didn't expect a minefield. Don't step on any mines.
Solid advice.
Yeah. Thanks.
Your mission is to deliver the package.
How many pieces do you want that in, sir?
Preferably whole.
Agent Jet, give me an alertness check.
Yes, that's a 38 out of 60.
With 38, you notice that your partner, your co-pilot, he is dropping the altitude on your drone to get a closer look at these things.
That's Gargoyle 1? Is that?
Yep, that's Gargoyle 1.
Okay. Yeah. So he's going down over the hotels?
Normally my drone flies at 18,000 feet. I'm dropping 5,000 feet so I can get a better look.
Yep.
Higher res.
Okay. Yeah. What's
I can read a license plate at 2 miles away.
Okay. All right. I'll let you do what you're doing.
All right. Do you want to look at it?
What he's looking at?
Yeah. After seeing what happened to Larry.
Can I assume that there is some way to photograph? I mean, it's probably all being recorded, isn't it?
Oh, yes. This is all being recorded.
Yeah. I will actually look at what he's looking at, actually. I think that's appropriate.
So through the lens of IR, you can see a quivering mass. And looking closer, you think you can see many mouths opening and closing full of teeth. And not a single set of teeth, rows of teeth on each mouth.
It's like a giant macrophage, like a giant white blood cell with tentacles and mouths and eyeballs. And is this some sort of biological weapon, Agent Jet, that you're not telling us about?
Your mission is to fly this drone.
Look,
and to drop bombs.
I can't help people unless I know what I'm dealing with. What the fuck is that thing?
That is an enemy combatant.
It's an enemy combatant that doesn't seem to be able to take, I mean, it seems to be able to take my Sidewinder missile fire pretty easily.
Yeah. We just need to focus on the mission, get these people to their destination so they can deliver their package. That's what we're here to do.
If we can get those things into that minefield, I can drop some some hellfires on it and the mines together. That whole field would go off if I hit that field. You think that'll stop these things?
I don't know, but it's a plan.
Are you going to tell Alpha 2, new designated leader?
Yeah. Alpha 2, this is
Yes,
Agent
go
Jet.
ahead. Yeah.
We have your orders are to proceed through the minefield.
Are you fucking crazy?
Say again.
Your orders are to proceed through the minefield. The hotels are still pursuing you, and it is our intention to lure these things into the minefield.
So at this point, Minotaur, he speaks up. No fucking way. I'm not going from goddamn minefield.
Why don't we hide and let them overtake us, and maybe they'll keep moving, thinking that we've gone through, especially.
That's a bad plan.
You're just asking us to kill ourselves.
Take the sign so they can't see it.
Yeah.
And we hide and they move through.
We can climb a tree or something. They won't expect that, surely.
Give
They're
me a
using
natural roll
flashlights.
with a +10, Agent Jet, because you've encountered these before.
Yes. That's a 22. I rolled a 22.
Oh, awesome. During your classified flights during the Gulf War in 1991, you encountered some of these things before. And you remember that it's no use hiding from them. They have eyes that you still see in your sleep.
Yeah. Hiding is a bad plan. Hiding is a bad plan. Do not hide. Your orders are to deliver this package to its destination by any means necessary. If you can find a way around the minefield, you are welcome to do so. But hiding is not advisable.
All right, Gargoyle 1, can you map out another route for us then?
I'll do what I can.
Okay. So why don't you roll navigate then, Gargoyle 1, to assist your squad on the ground.
Now navigate. I got a 46 out of 60, so regular pass. So I started advising them. Once again, I can't really see. I can see targets. I can't see.
Yep.
I'll switch to I'll switch to night vision, which is green, because I can see bushes and plants and trees and things.
Right. So you map out a path that goes further south and then to the east to just avoid the perimeter of the minefield. And they follow that pretty easily.
All right, I am going to do what I said that I was going to do. Because at the moment, I don't trust chat at all. So I'm going to private text message the team what the fuck is going on. I mean, I'm telling you guys what it is I'm seeing, and this guy next to me is trying.
So you're trying to get a message out to them?
Yeah, I'm trying to tell them that it's some
With,
sort of weird
BDA?
bioweapon. Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be a stealth roll to not.
33. That's a hard pass or whatever you call it.
All right, so you get a message out to them.
Yeah. It's some sort of bioweapon. It acts like an amorphous blob, like a giant amoeba, and this guy next to me has seen these things before, and he won't tell me anything about them. But you got to get away from it. It will smell you. It will find you wherever you hide. So you got to keep going.
Casper, I've never been on a mission where the drone pilot loses their mind partway through.
I don't.
You two can roll helplessness because you're just feeling abandoned by all reason and by command.
We're good.
All right, you can roll a d4. It's a helplessness.
If I pass, is it nothing? Or
It's nothing.
Just a couple. Things are going fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
And you make your way across of the wooded area, avoiding the minefield.
I do kick down the sign before we leave because I'm not really buying what Gargoyle's telling us, and I'm hoping they'll go straight into that minefield.
Okay. So in the drone hut, as they're moving south, you see the hotels adjust to face the direction of the Alpha team. But they still haven't gotten to the minefield yet.
Veer to your like the direction you're going right now, make it 2:00. So like this. Okay. So that what I'm making them do is going around where the field is. Yeah. So if they end up on the other side, then maybe the things will change and go straight towards them.
Yes, and you tell them to do exactly that. And on top of that, they are a little closer. But that's when you hear the first explosion. Those on the ground, just a
of the mines.
And then again, and again, and again.
Agent Jet, I'm going to launch a Hellfire right into the middle of all that.
Give it a try.
All right. If I can target the one in the front, I'm going to do that. And
okay, sounds good.
I'll fire.
So why don't you give me a drone check?
Oh. What's this? Let's see, drone.
It should be pilot drone.
And we can't use luck, can we?
No.
I got a 74 out of 70. So just barely failed.
All right. I'm going to say that a missile hits one. Once again, everything is on fire in that area, illuminating the scene. And
I'm looking almost at close-ups of these things.
Yeah, you're looking up close, but you're still in IR, so that or night vision. So it's just a blinding white, unless you want to switch to HD color.
You know what? I really, really, really want to know what the fuck I'm dealing with. So I'm going to switch to HD.
All right. So
Agent
Jet, would you like to do anything
for the HD?
That is a really bad idea. I would.
Are you going to grab him?
Do that.
What's happening?
I'm not going to. Yeah, I actually am. Yeah, because that's kind of the state of mind my character is in. Yeah.
All right. So give me an unarmed.
Yes. That is a 49.
He grabs onto your wrist. His knuckles clenched white.
What the fuck?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Well, I'm distracted now by the action, so I'm not going to do it. But.
Yes. You can see that one of them is just simply stopped moving.
I've got a question. Are all the cameras operating and it's just my screen that I'm switching? i.e., am I actually getting HD feed that's being recorded, even though
you will have to actually switch it.
I have to take it home and watch it tonight when I get popcorn.
All right, so it looks like your minefield trick did work. on one of them. 3 still remain. They're moving through the burning forest. You can see an orange hue behind you, Alpha Squad, with smoke rising up.
Based on the movement
Right.
of Alpha Team and the movement of the hotels, can I estimate an interception time? How long do they have and where they're going? Their
So,
direction.
up ahead is a village slightly to the north. It's not along the path they're going. And it looks like 2 of the hotels, they're going to split off from the third, and they're going to travel towards the village, while the singular hotel is still going straight for Alpha Team at the same pace as they are going.
Do I by chance see any vehicles in the town?
So give me a search.
38 search. Nope.
All right. So what you see is a very rural village. There are people looking out at the recent explosion that's further away. They're all armed, but most people are armed out in the countryside.
Right.
You can
Agent
see
Jet-
livestock being raised.
Agent Jet, what happens when those things get to that village?
Probably what happened to the
Did you know
Tangos.
about this thing? That's why you're here, isn't it?
well, I didn't know about this mission and what was going on. No. I'm here to hopefully bring this mission to a success.
And the success is getting that VIP out. That's all that you're worried about, right?
That's my mission.
There are a lot of people dying because of that mission. Better be worth it.
So the 2 hotels continue to go towards the rural village. And you watch. Do you turn the camera away or do you watch them?
I've got to turn back to my team. That's my responsibility.
All right.
Maybe
Yeah.
if there's another camera that I can flip to where one is looking that direction. But
Okay, wonderful. So you're going to set one of your screens to look at the village that is being approached.
right. Because I want it recorded. That's why.
Of course. Give me another stealth roll to switch on some buttons.
93.
that
I
will
don't
record.
even try to make it a stealth roll. I just click.
He starts to record.
What are you doing? Don't do that.
I want
I'm
record.
gonna actually reach over and try
And
to turn it off.
I slap his hand away. So,
You can hear fighting over your headsets, Alpha Team.
Okay, they must have taken them out because there's no way.
there's one still
that's-
following you, and there's 2 of them that have veered off and they're heading towards a civilian village, which my belief is they're going to destroy.
Okay.
I think these things eat people.
All right. Well, let's get to the
Okay.
extraction point.
Get
Yes.
Go as fast as you can.
All right.
We are doing the best we can. Gargoyle 1. He's lost his mind. He's
I
completely.
don't- yeah, I don't. What the fuck's going on over there?
All right. So the 3 of you, Alpha Team, plus the VIP, you're heading towards extraction once again. You are about halfway there.
Only halfway.
Yeah. This is a 15-mile trek. You've trekked 7 miles over the course of 2 hours. A harrowing 2 hours.
Do we have a second to check this guy for tracking bugs? Maybe that's what gargoyle means.
Yeah, you can look him over. He's
Yeah,
currently
okay.
in a catatonic state, mumbling.
Looking him over. You notice Gargoyle 2 stopped calling down here like half an hour ago, right? What the
Yeah.
hell's going on over there? Who the hell's the new voice on the phone?
I don't know,
And
but
they're fighting. Amateur hour? Gargoyle One's never been like this. We're just- yeah.
maybe Bones' death has really got to him. I don't know.
Minotaur is mumbling to himself.
Minotaur, yep.
Come on,
You
buddy.
doing all right?
We all gotta stay on top of this.
We're gonna die here.
Nope.
Nope. No, we're not. You saw Gargoyle One said he smoked one of them back there in the minefield. 2 of them have gone to another village. We only have 1.
Yep.
If the 4 of us and Gargoyle can't take out this one asshole, come on.
If a missile can't take that out,
He
then
missed.
Yeah,
He's
he
never
missed.
going to tell us he missed because he's so cocky and full of himself. He missed.
missed.
That's what happened.
Well, okay. Persuade roll, please.
Oh boy.
I'm very glad you're doing
What a
this.
great skill. Oh. Oh no. 50 out of 40. Nope.
He starts sobbing. I got a girlfriend I want to marry at home. I can't. He starts to curl up into a ball.
Well,
Finish
Damn it.
searching. Just finish searching this guy.
Minotaur, you're not going to get home to marry her if you don't get moving.
Oh, can I get an alertness roll from the people in the drone hut as you continue to watch?
I got an 04. Gosh, I wish that was better than just a regular.
I got a 54 out of 60 on that.
All right, so the path ahead involves crossing a road, and there are currently 3 tangos stationed, waiting for an ambush and waiting for any of Alpha Team to come. And on top of that, the village is now on fire, and the 2 hotels are moving past it. You can give me a helplessness.
Seven.
That is a 40. It's a pass.
Well,
Okay.
that's another failure.
All right, on a pass 0, on a failure D4. Let me know when you become desensitized. And when I said moving past the village, they went right through it and now are approaching Alpha Team.
Well, if they went, they're a little slower though, right?
Yep, they've diverged, but they are heading right back into the direction of Alpha Team.
Agent Chet, if you know anything, how do we stop these things?
The pace of the hotels has not changed. They're still on an intercept course.
Right. And you know that since they can move faster than the team you're watching over, they're just toying with them. Some sick, perverted way.
Like cats and mice.
Yeah. I'll radio down to the team and let them know that they're approaching an ambush.
Oh, great.
Wonderful. Did we
Okay.
find anything on the guy, the VIP?
The VIP, he's wearing a dirty, disheveled, mud-stained, white-collared shirt. Nothing is on him.
Hmm.
But he has snapped out of his catatonic state, and he grabs you by the shoulders, Casper. Says, "You got to get me out of here.
Yeah, buddy, we're trying to do that.
They're coming.
What is it? What is coming?
Monsters beyond your comprehension.
How do we kill the monsters?
You don't. You run."
We're trying.
All right, let's go. Can you run?
I can run.
All right.
Minotaur, he
Great.
gets his shit together.
Yeah,
Good man.
Minotaur, you got a girl you want to get home to? Get your fucking shit together and let's
Okay.
roll out and get ready because we've got an ambush ahead of us.
Well, how do you want to do this, squad leader?
We know where they are.
Yeah.
And how many
Yeah,
are there?
I can give you tactically right where
Yeah,
they're standing.
Yep, there's 3 people.
Okay. Fuck that guy in the air, whoever that guy is on Gargoyle 2's mic. We're bringing the fight to them. Let's go. Get ready. Arm up. We're going in.
Do it.
All right. So give me a stealth roll if you want to get a little closer to line up your shots as you creep through the brush and the trees.
Yep.
You manage to sneak up close to them and take aim if you'd like.
Yes.
Yes, please.
I did have a question. So, because I can't remember when it says ammo, does that mean before you reload, or does that mean that is all of the ammo you have for this weapon?
It's in the clip. So,
okay.
Yeah. So when you reload, it's the full ammo.
I understand. Got it. All right.
Are they standing? Yeah. Are they standing close to each other where a burst makes sense, or are they kind of far apart?
A burst makes sense. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And you're all watching this through your cameras as well, about 13,000 feet above in the air.
All right, Casper, whenever you're ready, I've got my shot lined.
Yep. When we're all lined up. Yeah, go.
All right. Give me a firearms roll.
Normal success.
I rolled 100. I'm just rolling.
The one number with an aim that fails.
Okay. So yeah, so there's a misfire in your gun, Casper. And you fire, it makes a loud explosion, and the barrel of your rifle just cracks.
Right.
And the people you were aiming at, they get alerted and they duck behind some trees.
Yeah. Okay. Throw me Bones' old gun.
Well, you're currently being fired at now, so take out. It's your turn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It looks like they're being fired at from the drone as well. Do you want to intervene?
I'm still gonna fire because why not?
He'll do duck out burst, from a tree. Burst with your sniper rifle?
No, with the gun that
Bones had.
Yeah, that Bones had. Yeah, I'm assuming that's the same gun that
it's an assault
Casper
rifle.
has. Yeah. So that was a success on that.
All right, wonderful. And you were doing a 3-round, 5-round?
The 5-round, just open it up.
Yeah, you can roll me a lethality 10% then.
Well, I didn't hit the lethality, but I rolled a 90. So
that'll still kill. You hear a scream, and one of the tangos drops, and another one's wounded, but because he's ducked behind a tree.
Yep.
Now it's the tango's turn. Casper, you are getting shot at.
Seems fair.
Okay. Are you in cover?
Yeah. Yes. I think we took cover when because can you kind of shoot from cover?
Yeah, you can shoot out from
allow
cover.
that. Then I think we would have shot from cover. Yeah.
Okay, so they get a lethality roll as a full auto burst goes into the tree. And you have 6 armor, and then I'll give you 4 for the tree.
Yep.
And then that would be... All right, so you take 5 damage.
Okay.
As you're hit and you start to bleed. You are hit in the shoulder. And it's your turn, Casper. You've just been hit. Burning hot pain.
The rifle grenade launcher, that's done, right? It's
it's done.
Broken. Yeah, cool. Well, I don't have anything. I'll use the handgun I have then.
All right, so you draw your handgun. And
which dice?
Actually, give me a luck roll to see what arm you were hit in.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
52. So my shooting arm.
Your shooting arm. So you'll take a -20.
Okay. Just made it. Just barely.
All right. And in fact, I would say you switch hands because your shoulder's
yeah,
shot.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you can roll the D10
10.
for the. Oh, 10. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he drops. He was exposing himself in order to get a nice burst onto you, and he drops. There's still. That's it. They all drop. You can all roll for violence. Those in the control room. As you're watching people die, you can see the tracers fly through the air.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, nice.
I got a 6.
I'm Holly. What's wrong? You're infecting my dice here. I rolled 100.
100.
Good. I spread it to someone else.
All right, so it's a D4 if you fail, and 0 if you succeed. So that means that's a 4.
For me,
Oh yeah, it's 4.
it's 4. Oh, geez.
Did you hit a new breaking point?
Not yet.
Okay.
I lack 1.
All right,
I'm actually past my breaking.
you're past your breaking point.
Yes.
All right, so that means you have developed a new disorder.
I really love tacos. I never
Not a
liked them
disorder.
before. Yeah, I
Just
never
a
liked
fact
them
of
before.
life.
Actually, yeah, this is most interesting. So you develop megalomania.
Megalomania?
Yep, you are God. You have the
I'm
power
going to
of
run
God
for
in your
president
hands.
next year. Yeah.
Yep. You could just unleash these missiles and destroy everything.
I've only got one left. Actually, I'm thinking because they're kind of in distress, despite the fact that it's probably I don't know how many $1 million worth a drone, but I'm going to bring it down, not completely,
Okay.
but I'm going to fly over the heads of the bad guys so that it distracts them.
All right. Well, the bad guys are all dead.
Oh, well,
Go-
then never mind.
right. So here, the Predator drone costs, I believe, $32 million.
Okay. I'm actually then I'm going to fly back and buzz around the hotels and see if it distracts them.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you can do that. Give me a pilot drone.
Oh my God. I'm a terrible drone pilot. I got an 82 out of 70.
All right. With an 82 out of 70.
I am a megalomaniac, so I'm doing it correctly.
Yep. So the drone swoops down. You almost lose control of it. And you get all the way down. You're going at 250 miles an hour, and you just scrape by a tree. And you can hear the metal scraping against the tree, and your screens, they start to get filled with static. Something might be wrong with the controls in the future.
So I pull up.
And then you swoop it back up.
Yeah.
Agent Jet, you're looking at this.
What are you doing?
They change direction or anything?
No, they are dead set.
I'm trying to distract them so that our team, hey, Jet, if they can't get out and they're going to be intercepted, what do you want done with the VIP?
I don't know. We'll worry about that when it happens. We will worry about that when it happens.
And I'm assuming Alpha Teams just keeps moving, and you get within a mile of extraction while the hotels are all stalking you. The boathouse is a little up ahead.
Ask your VIP what these things are.
He said monsters.
Yeah, he obviously knows something about them. What
just
lab
told
did
us
they
to
come
run.
from?
I don't know. Let's go.
You
Let's
guys-
go.
We've
Boathouse.
we've just run
we
for
can-
14 miles.
We can host him
Yeah.
on the Tonight Show later when we're all safe and sound. Let's move.
Look, if you just do what I tell you, everybody's going to be fine.
And you can see that the sun is rising. It's just breaking the horizon. It's going to be daytime soon where you can clearly see these things.
I did that.
Yeah, tell that to Bones' family, Gargoyle. Let's go.
Is he talking about the sun?
He's such a dick. I swear to God.
Oh my
Like I said, he missed, and he's claiming these things can't be killed by his
I
missiles.
can't miss that. For crying out loud, I destroy everything within 80
Right,
feet
right. Yeah.
diameter.
Let's go.
Casper, are you all right? Do we need to patch you up before we make this? Or are you good for another mile?
Let's
Run
keep going. Let's
faster.
keep going. We don't have time. Let's go.
Okay.
You got
Good,
less than a mile
good
now.
advice.
It's at this point where 3 of these creatures, these hotels, they're going to speed up and they're moving in for interception.
Oh, they're moving faster. They're coming up behind you.
What's the intercept time, do we think?
They're going to be there in 10 minutes.
Are they converging on each other?
They are converging onto Alpha Team. They are about 10 meters apart each.
That's pretty close. I'm going to aim for the one in the middle.
All right, so you're gonna aim for center mass to splash all of them.
Yeah.
All right, give me a pilot drone check, and don't miss.
Oh, 19.
All right, that's good splash.
That's a regular.
So you fire the Hellfire missile, your last one, and you drop the payload on them. The ground shakes once more. You can hear an explosion. You weren't warned about it, Alpha 1. It just happened. And the 2 of the hotels, they just stop moving, inert, still, but there's still one going in for the kill. Agent Chet, what would you like to do? You're out of missiles.
Oh, that was the last one?
Mm-hmm.
So they are within distance of getting this guy to the boathouse.
Oh yes, they're running. Your
Yeah.
VIP, he's complaining. His fate, they're gonna burn off.
Now, when they get this guy to the boathouse, like what's the plan at the boathouse?
So there is a boat ready and prepped to escape.
Yeah.
To extract your VIP.
And hopefully these things don't swim.
Yeah, I'm going to just say I'm going to actually tell Alpha Team, you've got one on your tail. It's moving in to intercept.
I've taken out 3.
We are out of missiles. Do not engage with this thing. Keep moving at all costs. Get to that boathouse.
All right, let's pick up speed. Boys, let's go.
Yeah. And off the line, Casper, do you want me to hold back? You're hurt. Minotaur's
No, fuck-
not able
fuck
to.
no. Absolutely not. Run. I'm taking the back. Run, take the lead, take the VIP. I'll bring up the rear.
All right, come on, Minotaur. Go, go, go.
You got it.
And
And-
hoist the whiny guy.
Yep. The sun continues to rise.
Switching to regular.
So that means any color camera you have will work at this time.
Yeah, I'm repositioning so that I'm flying towards the hotel.
Okay,
And
sure.
I got to get a look at this thing.
You
I
got to
think
get a
I'm-
look at this.
I
thing?
think I know exactly what it's going to look like. I've already sort of seen it.
Sure.
Crash it into it.
Are you
Crashed it.
crazy?
crash the drone into. You've been dropping. We've dropped 4 missiles. I mean, that's got to be the equivalent of one of these drones.
No, there's just the fuel on the thing. It's not like something with firepower. Besides, it's millions of dollars of technology. What do you think it's going to do? It's not like one big bomb.
You never know.
It runs on electricity.
Wound.
There's not even any fuel on it. That's just a stupid idea.
So you're okay.
Don't look at that thing.
But I'm going to put it on all the screens big.
Don't do it.
Very nice.
Don't do it.
Are you going to do anything about that, Mr. Jet, Agent Jet? He's putting it all on the screen.
I will do anything I can.
This wrist, I'm going to do it with this finger.
So we're going to have a fight in the control room. The hotel is rapidly approaching Alpha Team.
Are you going to grapple with me?
I don't want you to put this thing on the screen. Like, I don't want to see it.
I know that, but I want to put it on the screen, so I'm going to put it on the screen. Are you trying to stop me?
Yes.
All
right. So how do you want to stop each other? In the initiative, there is Agent Jet goes first.
Okay. So I am going to actually just grab the chair and jerk it out of the way.
It's attached to the floor.
Well, I'm going to push him out of the chair then.
You're going to push me out of the chair? I'm pulling out my 9mm Beretta and pointing at your face.
Okay, well, let's see how the rolls work. So you're just going to try and push him, Agent Jet?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to push him out of the chair.
All right, give me a unarmed roll. Would you like to dodge or fight back? If you dodge or fight back, that means you won't get your turn. Gargoyle the 1.
I'm fighting back, but I'm not. I'm just threatening him with my 9mm Beretta.
Oh, okay, got it.
Okay, I rolled a 23.
All right, so
I failed. So.
You smack him. You push him to the ground roughly. He falls out of his chair. He pulls out his gun.
But you probably knock it out of my hand. So
yeah, the gun clatters to the ground and goes underneath a filing cabinet in the back.
Son of a bitch. Fuck off of me.
Agent Jet, what would you like to do now?
I'm going to pull out my gun because I still have one. And I'm going to say, get back in the chair and pilot this thing the way you're supposed to. And by the way, that's what you've just done is a court-martial offense, just as a reminder.
Why? I'm not aware of what rank are you?
It's need to know.
You're murdering all these people.
This is warfare, son.
So you're pointing a gun at Lieutenant Miller.
I'm getting back in my chair.
All right, and you can see on the screen, the hotel is about to break the tree line and get into sight of Casper and Takeout. And you're hearing Tekalili, Tekalili.
I'm going to get
on louder and louder.
I'm going to get on the horn and I'm going to say this hotel is moving in your direction. It will engage soon. You need to move as quickly as you can.
It's going to intercept them if something isn't done.
Good, because we were taking a break down here.
You can see the boathouse right there. The boat's ready.
Go. Take out, go.
Yep.
Get the VIP, go.
Right.
And I'm going to start chucking like smoke grenades, hoping it'll at least.
All right, yeah, you start chucking smoke grenades on the ground. They pop and thick, dark smoke begins to rise in the vicinity.
Yeah, he's just shouldering through the door and being like, go. Come on, right. Minotaur, get in the damn boat.
He gets in the boat. Those of you in the drone, would you like to do anything? You're flying very low.
I think that if I crash the drone into it, it's just like crashing a camera into it, it's not going to do much.
Not as much as you'd think. It in operating manuals, that is a last resort thing.
Do you want me to crash it into it?
You still have a gun pointed at the Gargoyle One, Agent Jet.
Yeah. So do I see that the package is on the boat?
Yeah, not yet.
They're running down the dock.
But it'll intercept
before they get to the boat.
Yes. Yes, you're running past this safe house made of clay onto a dock. The boat's at the end of the dock.
Repositioned the airplane so that if the thing is running this way towards the dock, I'm going to run in this way.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm holding ground while the rest of them run. So
do I see her? Do I see her holding ground against
Yes, you do.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, don't crash into it just yet. Let's see if Casper can do anything. Probably not, but.
All right. So you sense something in the smoke approaching. It's gonna break the barrier of smoke very soon. Mm-hmm. Do you ready anything? Do you take aim?
I'm gonna
I have frag grenades. Yeah, as it's coming in, I'm gonna.
You're just chucking them into the smoke.
I'm gonna chuck one after another.
In pure panic.
Yes.
All right, and through the smoke, the explosions, they go off. They give you a ringing in the ears from the close proximity. Through the smoke bursts out a black ooze with 10,000 mouths and eyes, and they all hunger, and they're all slobbering with rows of teeth, and they're coming for you. Roll me a sanity roll.
Yeah. Yep. That is a failure by 2.
I roll D20.
Oh boy. I actually have to fish out my D20.
Oh yeah. Are you looking back, takeout? Oh, you're muted.
Yep. Once we're in the boat, yes. But he is very much focused. He's pretty sure that this is Casper making a last stand. So,
all right.
Focusing
as long as the mission's done.
Yep.
Yeah.
6. So, with a 6, would you like to use a bond?
I think in this moment where I'm at, because I don't even think I could project on him. I feel like this is my final stand. I'm going to choose fight, and I'm just like spray and pray into whatever this thing is. All
right. You spray with your squad leader's assault rifle. The bullets plop into it and they stop, and then they just sink in slowly. This thing is not stopping. It is going to try to grab you. So tendrils of black ooze reach out towards you. I rolled an 06, so you are grabbed, hoisted up into the air, and that's it for now. And you're still firing.
Take out! Get the fuck out of here!
Agent Jet, Gargoyle 1, would you like to do anything?
Well, yeah. I mean, as soon as I think that the action is starting and I'm coming from the direction I am, I'm hitting the HD.
Oh, he's hitting the HD. Do you have it up on all screens?
It's all, well, yeah. I mean, we got to see what's happening because I'm thinking I'm going to have to crash into it, but I got to know. In this case, I got to see it to crash into it.
Okay, wonderful. So why don't you roll sanity for me as you see the same thing as it's whipping around Casper.
Right. Oh my God. And I passed, but I'm going to aim right for the middle of it.
All right. So even on a pass, that's going to be a D6. On a failure, it's a D20. Only one.
Yeah.
You are God.
Saw it.
You have the power.
Yeah, but I crash into it, which would probably kill Casper as well.
We'll see, actually. Agent Jet, what'd you roll?
Oh, I passed that actually.
Oh, okay. So it's just a D6.
Okay.
You see in HD as it's getting closer and closer as you are ramming a $32 million Predator drone into a Shoggoth.
That was I rolled 4, and I am now below my breaking point.
All right, so that's another unnatural disorder. So coming out of this, you're going to be, you're not going to be able to sleep ever again. Sleep disorder.
Also, if the cameras continue to work, we get to see things from the inside out.
So why don't you roll me a luck roll, Casper?
Right. I've been rolling so well tonight. 14. Okay. Yes. Crazy.
Wow, you're not instantly killed. Okay. And how much health do you have?
Yeah.
I have 9 health. Yeah.
Great. You have 3 now. And
In there.
your leg comes off.
Oh my God. Do I need to take any kind of constitution roll or anything like that?
We'll worry about that if you get out of this. So your leg gruesomely gets severed as the tendril tightens up. It drops you to the ground. Take out VIPs on the boat. You look back at your friend Casper. What are you doing?
Oh, shit.
The feed has gone to static, those in the drone control room.
Run!
Is this thing still moving? Also, I see the thing. I feel
it is writhing around. Yeah. As a drone comes in and just smashes it, sending it back about 50 feet.
All right.
Yeah, and roll the sanity.
Yeah, I rolled a 43 under 51.
All right, so that's a D6.
D6 is a 1. I, much like Gargoyle, am unimpressed. This thing.
You see your bond there laying without a leg.
Yeah,
at the
right.
End of the
and
dock.
The bond is strong. Oh, all right. Casper made it to the end of the dock. Yeah. Minotaur, hang up for just a second. He's gonna.
We gotta
hop up
go.
and run.
No, what are you doing? And you run.
Leave no man behind.
Give me an athletics check. As you can see it squelch coming out of the smoke and the dust that's been kicked out, and it's going towards Alpha Team.
So I have an excellent athletics of 80, which doesn't help when you roll an 86.
You rolled an 86?
Yep.
All right. You're going to be attacked.
That checks
as
out.
A tendril. Once again, tries to impale you as it juts out. And at the tip of the tendril is a bone spear. So here's the roll. Jesus Christ. All right, so that's 1d10 plus 2. That's 9 damage, armor piercing 5.
All right. I have 6 armor, so that provides 1.
Mm-hmm.
You said 9, so that's 8 damage. Takes me down to 5 HP.
You're speared. It retracts. Blood splurts out from your torso. You're still running. You're almost there.
I'm almost there. He's gonna actually take a couple of the flashbangs.
Okay.
Because I don't think we've thrown those. He's gonna throw that into the center of it.
All right, and it's got a million eyes all looking around and staring at you.
That's the hope, yeah.
Okay, so I believe throwing is athletics.
I mean, what are the odds that he gets an 87, which is what I got? What? Yeah.
All right, so you blind yourself. And
I took myself out.
Luckily the cameras aren't recording.
We can't even watch. We're just
as the Shoggoth devours both of you. Those of you in the drone hut, you're looking at static on screens. It looks like the VIP has been extracted safely.
Really?
Do we have radio to Alpha Team, or has that been cut with the?
No, Minotaur answers. He says,
Yeah.
We have the VIP. We're going home. We're going home.
Good job. Good job. Thank you. Good job. Good
So
job.
Agent Jet, what are you doing now?
What I'm doing now is I'm say to Miller. So what do you think about what you've just seen today?
We'll see you in military court.
Yeah, I know you think I'm crazy, but
I don't think you're crazy. I think you're withholding information that we should know about.
yeah, I am. I am withholding information.
Yeah.
As all
And
good
that's why they
secret
died.
missions do.
Yeah.
No, they did a good job. They did a good job today, actually. They
Tell their families.
they were honorable soldiers who did their job for their country.
Look, I don't need to hear your bullshit.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna put my entire clip into him right there.
He pulls out his gun and just
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
And I'll make sure to get the recording. I'll just make sure to get the recording that's also under the desk as well.
Okay, so you take out the black box.
Yep.
And gunfire was heard. You hide away the black box. The CEO, he comes in. What happened?
The whole mission just went to shit.
The VIP got out safe, right?
He got out safe.
What happened to Lieutenant Miller?
He saw too much.
Okay.
He saw too much.
I'll make sure that this is cleaned up.
I appreciate it. Very sorry all this happened. But you guys were right to call me in for this.
Well, good work. And I'm going to assume that you're going to take your rental car and drive to the green box in the middle of the desert. To basically destroy all the evidence.
Oh, you're asking me as a
as the handler.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna take any evidence and get rid of it.
Let's just see the sanity roll for killing someone in cold blood.
Okay. Oh no! I didn't pass that at all.
That's because
All
my
right.
blood's hot, not cold.
Yeah, I believe that's a D8.
5.
Yeah. So you're in the middle of the desert. Do you want to project to any bonds?
Yeah. I'm gonna project.
You're doing this for who? Who are you doing this for?
I'm doing. I do these kinds of things for my family, so I'm gonna project it onto my daughter, Emily, because that's who we're doing it for.
And you're taking a moment standing there in the middle of a desert, reminiscing on why you are a Delta Green agent. We're going to end it there.
Really, really good. So now
Great.
tell us everything that was going on.
So,
It was a fucking VIP, wasn't it?
yeah, so the VIP was someone who dabbled in hypergeometry, and he was an interest for this cult that summoned Shoggoths to take care of whoever took the VIP from them that they were interrogating. And the rest really is history when Delta Green is called in after the friendly commissioned officer noticed that there was these unnatural entities that were chasing after the squad. And the VIP got out safe. And A cell probably has a hold of that VIP now.
Cool. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, it was a different scenario.
Yeah.
It was very
Yeah,
different that we
it's good.
weren't actually playing agents of Delta Green. Well, Julian was, but we
Yeah. And I would like to apologize for killing your character, Tom.
No, it's-
Cold-blooded, Julian. I can't believe you.
Like a Delta Green agent.
I thought
With-
about pulling my gun and shooting you, but I figured it would be much more fun to go to military court and have you court-martialed and
Yeah.
present all the evidence, which of course never happens.
Yeah.
Very nice. Our players included Julian Arba, Nathan Decker, Holly Buto, and myself, with Alex Sun as the game master. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, and you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. If you'd like to help support our show, please visit our Patreon account. Just $1 a month helps us a lot. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering questions you might have. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Delta Green role-playing game. Until next time, good luck, good gaming.